So welcome to another adventure of Jim Cooks. Glad to have you guys along. Today we are cooking Totino's pizza rolls. The particular ones today are called Combination. And there's what we're cooking today. Look on the back here. It says we should set the oven to 425. Pardon Jim while he pizza rolls have a habit of bursting. Whether you keep them in there the amount of time they're supposed to be or less. Seems like for some reason they like to burst. Oh. If you don't have some, Jim suggests you get you some kitchen shears. They come in really handy, cutting open bags. I know lots of bags have perforations. They say they're easy to open. And you both know that's a lie. Perforations don't necessarily mean they're easy to open. While Jim's waiting for the oven to preheat, he'll tell you a little story. It's 10th of July today. It's would be Jim's dad's birthday. Not real good at math, so I don't know how old he would be. But when my dad was working on the Kentucky River, we were sleeping one night, and we heard what sounded like a kid bawling. We lived next to a state park, so, you know, thought, hey, maybe some kid's having a fit in the park or something. Next morning, Dad got up. He went down and looked, and there was big cat prints in the mud along the river, following the river. So they called Fish and Game. Fish and Game came down, looked at the prints, made a casting of them. They were some kind of big cat prints. Had Dad stand in the mud next to it. Judging from Dad's impression and the cat's impression, they figured the cat must weigh about 150, 160 pounds. So, yeah, that was a little interesting. We did not know that cats bawled like a kid. But then I think about the feral cats out at the farm, and yeah, I can see how a bigger cat would make a loud noise sounding like a kid. Jim's going to let you guys take a little bit of a break while the oven preheats. Box says a minimum of 9 to 11 minutes, or a maximum of 12 to 14. So Jim will split the difference, and we'll try 12 minutes here. Little light's still on, so the microwave, not the microwave, the oven, it's not preheated yet. So maybe we'll go more than 13 minutes. Anyway, we'll check them at about 13 minutes and go from there. Jim did some maths for you, and Jim's dad would have been 82 today. This is who got me started in photography. Alexa, set a 13-minute timer. My dad had a camera and National Geographic both in my hands by age 5. So I think an excellent start in photography and reading. Two things I still enjoy doing. My vision does make both of them a little more difficult now, but I still do enjoy them. Again, Jim's not going to make you guys sit here for 13 minutes while these cook, so we'll come back in a little bit and show you what our what are these called again? What his Totino pizza rolls look like. Check with you guys in, well, 13 minutes for me, but about a second for you. Jim's afraid you guys might get bored waiting, so we decided to do a little bit more stuff while we're waiting on those Totino pizza rolls to get done. Again, those are the combination ones. They have lots of stuff in them. I don't know what all. Too lazy to read the ingredients to let you know, but you know, probably some sausage, pepperoni, seasoned pork, chicken and beef, and pizza topping in a golden crust. Sausage is made with chicken, pork added. Anyway, what Jim's working on now, we're making a sugar-free drink. This is Kroger Light Strawberry Orange Banana. It's really good. Jim's diabetic, so that helps that it's sugar-free. It's almost like he bought sugar-free for that reason. Not a whole lot of difficulty to this. You fill up a 2-quart container, pour the powder in it, and take your wooden spoon once it gets full to 2 quarts, and give it a little bit of a stir. Jim has a fancy top. Has an opening where the ice doesn't fall out of the fancy top. There we are. And then he has the other side where maybe ice might come out. But anyway, you put it on your drink container. Then you can twist it so that neither of the openings are open, so that your drink does not pour out. I know you might be thinking to yourself, well, Jim, why is that necessary? Well, when you pick up the drink, sometimes it's heavy and your hand tilts and liquid could come out. Maybe your hands are stronger than Jim's, but it has happened to Jim before. And anyway, there's a drink to go with Jim's pizza rolls. So we'll go back to letting you guys wait for this to get done. It's not paid for or sponsored or anything, but Jim thought he'd clue you guys in on some really good butter. It's Kerrygold. This particular butter is unsalted. There's 2 sticks in here, or you can buy a pound container. You can also buy a tub. Jim really thinks it's a good butter. It's not much more expensive than a regular, store brand butter, and I think it tastes better. And I prefer it to the vegetable oil based butter products like Blue Bonnet, Country Crock, and such. Jim sees no need to stand up the whole 13 minutes his pizza rolls are cooking. It is 12 noon here, so it is lunchtime. So Jim's not just eating a snack, it actually is going to be his lunch. Don't know, may look for some kind of a vegetable or some green leaves of lettuce or something to go with it. Make it a little bit more nutritious. Jim knows he's told you about the my brother, the favorite before. Thought he'd share another story with you. Here in the United States, Boy Scouts of America has a camp out in, I want to say New Mexico, and it's called Philmont. It's National Boy Scout Camp. It's a big honor to get to go to it, go camping there. It's a big deal for Scouts. So my brother and his troop were scheduled to go there, and about a week, maybe less than a week before they were scheduled to go, the front tire of my brother's bike decided to lock up, sending him over the front handlebars. And as you can imagine, his face met the pavement, and didn't have to have stitches, I don't remember, but his face was pretty well scabbed up, beat up, banged up. And so, of course, they asked, hey, how's this going to affect me going to Philmont? The doctor said, well, I'd prefer you not go, rather you not go. And my dad, my brother, and Scoutmaster explained to the doctor, hey, we've been hiking every weekend, walking on what I think is neat. They were walking on what is called trails, or rails to trails. They're abandoned railroad tracks, and instead of just leaving them, they've taken them up and rehabilitated them into hiking trails. So they would hike along one of those, conditioning themselves for the trip to New Mexico, which would have been higher elevation and would have been a lot of hiking going on. So they were working on their conditioning. So anyway, my brother had been going through that process and everything, so they convinced the doctor to let him go. So he did eventually get to go. Sort of a cool thing. Not only on the way out there did they get to go to Philmont and get their belt buckles and all kinds of cool things there at Philmont, but they also got to go up to the top of Pikes Peak, which is a mountain here in the United States. It's sort of a, iconic mountain. It's not like the tallest in America or anything like that, but it's they have motorcycle races, dune buggy races. I think they'll race just about anything up to the top of Pikes Peak as a challenge, and I guess due to the steepness, it's sort of a challenge to get up to the top of it on your dirt bike or dune buggy or car that you have hopped up in the garage or whatever. So anyway, that's my story about my brother and his face rash from flipping over the front of his bike, almost keeping him from going to Philmont. Alexa, how much time left on the timer?
You have 1 minute and 10 seconds left on your 13-minute timer.
Hey, there's a minute and 10 seconds left, so we'll get ready to look at those pizza pockets here in a minute. Tell you another quick story about my brother. We were throwing rocks at each other. That's what young men do, throw rocks at each other. And he hid behind a large boulder, and I luckily skipped a rock off of that boulder and onto his head. And when he was younger, he had solid white hair. When he stood up from behind the boulder, his hair was a solid red color as the rock had skipped right off the top of his head. And knowing that he was bleeding to death, I quickly ran and told him we couldn't tell our parents because they would, punish us both for throwing rocks at each other. Unfortunately, we did need to tell our parents about that. And I got a little bit of trouble for throwing rocks at my brother, but only a little bit. So anyway, those pizza rolls are going to be done here in a minute, and we'll look at them when they come out. Alexa, stop. Those are brown enough for me. And like I said, they have a bad habit of bursting. Let's see, maybe get you up here. As you can see, some of the innards, I don't think you call them innards, I think it's called stuffing, filling, whatever it's called, have come out of it. Alexa, set a 3-minute timer.
3 minutes, starting now.
Jim's going to let those cool for a little bit, and while they're cooling, he'll tell you another story while we're watching them cool. Another incident where Jim tried to kill his brother and not tell our parents because, we'd get in trouble if we did. We were playing with a BB gun, and I had the gun, he had the BBs, and he didn't want to share the BBs with me. He was keeping them so that I couldn't use the gun. So I chased him through the house, threatening to bodily harm him, and he jumped out the bedroom window. Interesting thing about our bedroom windows is they have metal awnings over them. And as people are apt to do when they leap, Jim's brother raised his hands and managed to catch the metal awning right below his fingernail, roughly in this area, and peel his skin, and well, more than his skin. Basically, he filleted his fingernail back to about his top knuckle. He came beating on the door, telling me to open the door, open the door, open the door. And I wasn't about to open the door because, you know, he wouldn't give me the BBs, so he could just stay outside and I could care less. And finally, he just kept beating on the door, so I did open it. Our front door was covered in blood. My brother's hand was covered in blood. He was screaming. Again, we knew our parents would be upset, so we did the best thing we could. We took a bunch of gauze and wrapped it around his finger and threw medical tape over top of it. You know, excellent thing to do. You know, bundle it up. And then he went and laid on the couch because he wasn't feeling well. Our parents came home from the trip they'd been taking to the grocery store. They looked at my brother laying on the couch, asked him, was he okay? He said, yeah, I'm just a little sleepy. I think the fact that he was pale and looked white and ashen was sort of a dead giveaway that he wasn't feeling well. And so basically he was laying there on the couch, bleeding through the gauze. Finally, my dad was getting ready to go to work, so we thought maybe, just maybe, we should say something to Dad before he went to work, in case, you know, this was a more serious accident than we thought it was. You may be hearing noise, and what you're hearing is Jim opening his Lantus Solostar. Alexa, stop. It's a long-acting insulin that Jim takes, and he also has a short-acting insulin that he takes called Humalog. And so anyway, back to my story. So yes, my brother, you know, and me decided that we would brave it, and even though we might get in trouble, we'd go ahead and show my dad his finger and tell him what happened. So we unwrapped my brother's finger, and there was bone, sinew, and lots of things that probably shouldn't be showing on your finger, showing on my brother's finger. So my dad is the kind of person that he can usually watch you bleed to death. Just his own blood makes him sick. But this was enough that this time my brother's blood even made him sort of blanch. And we said, hey Dad, do you think we ought to go to the hospital and get some stitches or something? Dad suggested that, yeah, that was probably a good idea. And he told my mom. And so, yeah, we did go to the hospital. Luckily, no tendons or ligaments or those important kind of things were cut. Just, you know, had stopped just before it got the important stuff there to knuckle. And so my brother got some stitches. Nothing, you know, no special trips to, you know, Boy Scout camp or anything to miss this time. Just, you know, recuperated there at home. And so, yeah, me and my brother always tried to make sure that we didn't tell our parents about any injuries we had, because they would be mad that, you know, we were throwing rocks or whatever and almost injured each other. Well, okay, not almost, did injure each other. While we're waiting for these to cool a little bit more, I will show you. Boy, don't those look good. I know you're jealous. You don't have Tostino pizza rolls in front of you right now. You don't have smell-o-vision. You can't smell that delicious marinara sauce. But anyway, another quick story, real quick. Jim and his brother were playing with the same BB gun. We grew up watching Westerns. My dad was a big fan of Westerns. So we watched Westerns. One of the things you see in Westerns all the time is they will shoot to people's feet and tell them to dance. So I was shooting at my brother's feet, telling him to dance, and he didn't dance, so I shot him in the lower calf, lower shin. It broke the skin a little bit. I mean, I'm serious when I say a little bit. We're talking maybe, you know, the bleeding that a bee sting would cause. So, of course, again, we didn't tell Mom and Dad because they would be mad at us for shooting each other with a BB gun. But it was humorous. Future Jim was at college, and he told the story of shooting his brother with a BB gun. And so the next time Jim heard the story, it came back to him as, hey, are you that guy that shot your brother with a .22 rifle? And the next time I heard the story, it's like, hey, I heard you shot your brother with a .38. And then, you know, it's like, hey, is it true you shot your brother with a .45? So I told my brother next time I talked to him on the phone, I said, hey, when you come up to see me in college, people are probably going to be amazed that you're able to walk. Being that by the time you get here, the story will be that I shot off your leg with a howitzer. But anyway, that was a little bit of a humorous story about me shooting my brother in the leg. Not something I suggest doing. It's not a fun thing. Also, not a fun thing is getting shot in the stomach with a BB gun. It will hurt very much bad. And again, if it pierces the skin, there will be a minimum of bleeding. But, yeah, I know. You guys are saying, you're from America, aren't you? Gun culture. And, well, I don't know so much. For us, it was gun culture as it was, you know, Wild West culture. Growing up watching Westerns with my dad. My dad's hero was John Wayne. His other hero was Johnny Cash. So I tell people, you know, not that my dad was a hateful man or mean man, but I said, you know, he was a no-nonsense, you know, he would tell you exactly what he thought kind of person. And I tell people, basically all you need to know about my dad was, one of his heroes' famous line was, fill your hand, you son of a bitch, from the Rooster Cogburn movie. And his other hero's famous line from one of his songs was about shooting a man in Reno just to watch him die. So, you know, that was my dad's heroes. Johnny Cash was also my sister, or not sister, my niece's hero. She would sing along with the line "Shot a Man in Reno," and when it came the time to sing the "Just to Watch Him Die" part, she would sing it at the top of her lungs, which was sort of interesting. Anyway, my pizza rolls are done. You guys are probably bored out of your minds listening to Jim tell stories, but you guys have a good one. Jim's gonna eat some lunch, drink some sugar-free orange banana strawberry orange banana strawberry drink. And you guys have a good day. And have you know, if you like this story, you know, there's a little button down there you can click a thumbs up. You had Gavin Hoey, who's a photography teacher. He says if you don't like the video, you click the thumbs up button 3 times, and that really, really lets YouTube know that you did not like it. And again, if you want to hear more stories like this, watch Jim cook some more, and maybe watch a storm or two, or watch some birds and squirrels. You know, all the eclectic things we do here. You might want to subscribe, turn on your notifications. If you have some interesting stories about your childhood that you know, you and the siblings did not want to tell your parents about, but maybe you want to unburden yourselves now and just you know, lighten your soul with confession, you know, feel free to comment. You guys have a good one.